BTS Improvisation is an essential part of strategy execution. Sticking to rigid plans often leads to failure when organization faces major disruptions. The ability to improvise is now key to any strategy, according to an insight from BTS. In the volatile global business environment that organizations operate today, strategy no longer unfolds linearly from initial planning to execution. As disruptions become the norm rather than the exception, overly scripted plans become brittle. That means the ability to improvise is now a core leadership discipline rather than a sign of chaos. Improv in business is ripe for misunderstanding. According to BTS, an award-winning consultancy firm specialized in strategy execution and change. It is not winging it or hoping for the best. Great improv is highly disciplined. It is grounded in preparation, presence, and shared principles. Strategy as intention. While the traditional model relies on top-down control and fidelity to a fixed roadmap, modern success requires shifting from rigid prescription to shared intention. This shift means seeing strategy as a compass rather than a map. Instead of following a strict plan that could become obsolete even before implementation, business leaders should instead focus on how to respond wisely to whatever emerges in service of their purpose. This approach demands a high level of discipline grounded in principles like building on existing momentum, prioritizing collective success, and listening for weak signals. While foundational elements like infrastructure and compliance require stable structures, the execution within those guardrails must remain flexible in order to accommodate shifting customer needs and competitor moves. How it works. The power of this adaptability was proven during the global pandemic, where organizations that treated their assets as a portfolio of capabilities rather than fixed constraints were the ones that thrived. For instance, telecommunications firms and manufacturers succeeded by balancing long-term hardware roadmaps with the short-term agility of software and resource redeployment. Cases like this demonstrate that when reality meets a plan, the advantage goes to the organization that has rehearsed its moves and can pivot without losing its sense of direction. Building this capacity throughout an organization requires more than just individual skill. It requires a cultural shift that rewards adaptation over perfection. By grounding teams in a clear why and encouraging cross-functional sense-making, leaders create an environment where people can make smart, autonomous decisions in real time, building strategic improv into an organization. Improv is more than just an individual skill. It is an organizational capacity. In order to embed this capacity, leadership must first ensure every team member understands the core purpose and priorities of the company. When the underlying value of a strategy is clear, employees can pivot effectively without drifting from the main objective. This coordination improves when staff at all levels understand how their choices affect the entire organization, allowing them to act with greater certainty. Successful companies are also shifting their focus from perfect execution to continuous adaptation. By celebrating intelligent risk-taking and viewing change as a normal occurrence, these organizations build a culture of steady evolution. This process is supported by regular cross-functional dialogue, where teams share what they observe in the market instead of only providing standard reports. Finally, training leaders to navigate uncertainty and create solutions in real time transforms temporary agility into long-term resilience. Ultimately, competitive advantage is no longer derived solely from a solid plan, but in the collective capability of a workforce to discover the right answers together as the world changes. Companies that thrive in uncertainty will not be the ones with the tightest plans, notes BTS. They will be the ones that can improvise with purpose, with confidence, and with each other. When the world will not wait, improv is not optional. It is the new strategic advantage.